Hi. This video is for you if you feel like you're being brought down by people around you. Like you can't function or be healthy because of those in your environment. Maybe you live with a family that's unsupportive of you, or a spouse, or you have an uncooperative co-parent that you're fighting with, or like a difficult roommate, or even if just you feel brought down when you go outside to the store and you have negative interaction. Really bring that with you. So I experienced all of this. I was really a chronic people pleaser. I was always trying to change or heal people or bring people around to see my point of view, force people really to understand me. I was in a never-ending series of increasingly abusive relationships for a long time, and I really felt like a victim. So I've totally shifted that, even in some of these relationships that I still maintain with family members and other close people in my life. The relationship has totally shifted because of the inner work I've done. So I just wanted to share a little bit about the concepts that have helped me. So number one, give the situation positive attention or give it no attention at all. You can totally discontinue the negative critical attention because it just doesn't serve you at all. Focus on what you desire. Really keep that strong focus on what you desire, and try to tune into gratitude for what you have, or even gratitude for the knowing of what's coming for you. Have faith and, be thankful. When something comes up that's triggering or not in alignment for you in your relationship, instead of focusing on trying to change it, just withdraw interest. If it's not resonating with you, then it's not for you. Alternatively, you can try, if you're inspired, to invite an energetic shift in someone else. You can invite them into the space that you're at, tune into the energy that you like to be at, and, in a welcoming way, ask someone to join you there. And if someone's not ready to change, they will naturally withdraw from you. You don't even have to do anything at all. So I find that when I act this way, and I'm coming from a genuinely generous place, that they usually just walk away because they're not ready to do that work on themselves. Okay. So now your attention is freed up and you can focus on building what you want. You can put that attention into yourself and you can grow your dreams. I like to visualize how the interactions I would ideally have would be going. So like, I have an imaginary friend or partner that talks to me in a way that I would like to be talked to, and really feel what it's like to be supported in that way. Just really bring that energy into me and feel that energy in the present, and then also give that kind of support to the others around me. So instead of being in this state of lack, of going around trying to get this support that I wish that I had, I'm tuning into the feeling of what that support feels like, and then I'm giving that support to others, and that's really just as rewarding as receiving it, or more so. So I feel like I can give that to myself and then give that to my children, and to others, and that they can feel supported in the way that I wish that I could have been, and that's really healing for me. So I think that you'll find that lower vibrational people just naturally fall away from you and will be repulsed by you, and that if you're not clinging on to that, it really takes care of itself. When you're trying to force them to change, or if you're trying to run away from the situation and force it to change in that way, then those situations are going to keep persisting, and it's going to be the same energy in a new place. Another great lesson and a skill that I practice is creating compassion for others, especially others that I am highly triggered by. Okay, and what that does for me is that it really helps to separate my identity from theirs, and it helps me hold them as an energy that's over there and not something that's coming into my body. So I really take energy into my body if I think things like, oh, how could you do that to me? Anything like that, okay? If I think something more like, oh, they must really be suffering to have that thought, and I feel actual genuine compassion for them, I take a step out of my reaction, and I take a step out of myself, and I'm able to witness them in an unattached way. That it really separates the energy. It gives the energy back to them instead of bringing it into me, and that saves me so much of my own health and vitality. Here, instead of reacting and taking it personally, taking it into your person, now you're unbothered, still loving and compassionate, but not enmeshed with other people. We're programmed to think that like this enmeshing or this somehow propping other people up is helpful. When it's really just honoring your truth is always what's helpful. Sometimes hurting other people is helpful. It depends. So we're working on this skill to project energy into a space instead of absorbing energy from a space. So this is not caring what other people think unless we choose to care what they think. It's being in control of our vibrational body and what comes into it and what doesn't. And now we can be in service to uplift those around us that are suffering instead of being a victim to them. This is trusting that life is putting you where needed and rising to the challenge. This is taking a poor little empath and becoming a super empath. And fulfilling your potential as a sensitive being.